So before we start, I just want to say there's no right or wrong way. These photos have already lived their life, and we're just going to give them a second one in a different form. And you don't have to go straight in, cutting them up and altering them. You can start slowly. So let's take this lovely couple having a boat ride, and we're going to change this. So all I'd do to start with would be to very gently just get rid of some of this gloss. Maybe just on the edges. Let's just get rid of it on the edges. There we go. We can get a bit of staining to stick. And I'd probably, knowing me, because it's for a grungy journal, I'd probably do a few little rips in it, maybe, or a big one, and maybe a couple of creases. Now, this is the time, if you don't want to see the faces, and the faces are the things that are making you a bit, hesitant, then put a crease across the face like that. Okay, and then just grab your ink. This is where we start making a mess. And just gently alter it. It's like this. And then when you've done your creases, that's not working very well with that, is it? Let's get this out. There we go, that's better. You may feel a bit more comfortable when you can't see their faces. And I would just get these and age them up a bit, just like this. And this is all you need to do to start with. Ease you into it gently. We're going to get a bit more creative, shall we say. So there we go. So there we go. That's our first one. And at the end, I'm going to show you 3 examples of a bit more extreme changes that you might like. Okay, so let's use this because there's quite a few of these photos of weddings that were, look at the car in the background. You can tell how old this is. I don't know who they are. So I think the best thing we can do with this one would be to cover the photograph or the faces. And we can do that with a little bit of lace. You could just cut the people out or cut the faces out. You could put some, I've got my fabric scissors now. Right, let's cut this piece of this. I'm just deciding what I want to use. Just put that straight across. Or maybe you just want to cover the whole photo and have maybe just the dress peeking through. Not that you can actually see it. Let's try this one. I've got out various. You could put it in like this. I think that one's the best. So if I was putting this in a journal, I would get my sewing machine and sew all around there. In fact, what I will do is, not using a sewing machine, use some double-sided tape. Let's see if that will work. Oh, not those scissors. I think this will work. Peel this off. I want to see what this looks like. I haven't tried this yet. It's just an idea that came to me. And I thought, I wonder if that would work. And that's what junk journals are all about. is trying different things. See what works, see what doesn't work. Doesn't matter if it doesn't. What have you lost? An old photo. I didn't even look to see if we knew their names. You don't need to know their names. Oh, come on. You do need to peel off tape. Come on. It's very old, this tape, and it's very sticky. And I love now that that's going to look vintage. Right, let's try this one. And I think the lace is sort of appropriate because it's a wedding. So, you know, let's cover the photo with lace. I like that. I think that will be pretty cool in a journal. And I'm just going to trim around the edge a little bit. Not a lot. Not a lot. So you can just see that it's a wedding, but you can't see their faces. So you can make up a lovely story in for your journal about 129. So for this one, I'm just going to stitch on top of it in this thread that I just picked up out of my stash. You can use any thread you like, wool, tapestry thread. You can do embroidery cotton. If you've only got plain cotton, just put a few strands together and you can just alter the photo. I'm going to go right over this poor man's head because I'm like that. Because I don't know who he is. And this makes him less of an issue if you want to carry on. I believe that's a Christmas tree in the background, I can see. And that's all you have to do. And you've altered this photograph. And you may feel a bit better about using it in your journal. That's all it takes. And of course then you can, I'm just going to cut that and I'm going to stick that down because I don't need to, it's going to be going flat in a journal, and I would probably just ink up my edges to make it a bit more grungy and maybe do a bit of tearing, you know, like I do for my grungy ones. The beauty of grungy junk journals is anything goes. Now I might want to put this one down onto a page. So what I might do with this one is I might just get a page, any sort of page, and I might just stitch it straight down. And just do some like loopy stitches in the edges. I might not have enough to do all the way round, but we will see how far we go. They don't have to be regular. They don't have to go all the way round. Just enough to catch the photo onto the paper. You can be as neat as you like, or as messy as you like. I like messy. It sort of suits my style, messy. So don't hoard those old photos. Let's use them up. So thank you to Kathy from Rust Paper Scissors, who was the inspiration behind this video. She added a comment onto one of my videos about not knowing how to use photos of people she didn't know in her journal, and that sort of inspired this video. So I'm hoping that it will help her and maybe others to just do, have a go, just play. It hasn't gone through, I'm not going to worry. We're going to put the needle there. So what we can do is then rip this out, and that can be like a little embellishment to go on your page. Maybe just like that. You can just tuck that under, or you can actually rethread the needle and put it through, but you know, that's effort. So there we go. There's a couple more ideas using stitching. Fourth idea would be to use magazine images. And really number 5 is pretty much the same with stamps. So you get your photo of the person you don't know outside this lovely little cottage shop. And you can just add something out of a magazine like that. It'd be like walking across instead, completely random. Or this lady could be sat like this, just to make it a bit quirky. I know you know how much I love those. You could put a stamp on his head, cover him up. Just like that. So whichever way you want to do it, I quite like the lady that's sitting there. So I'm going to put her on very quickly. Let me just glue the top half of her, because the bottom half will be sticking out. And she's just sitting outside the shop. This is my ideas one. Well, they're both ideas ones really. So this was the first one that I did. And all I did was I scratched with my nail file across the photo and right across the face of the man that's standing there. And I quite like that because it sort of looks like sunshine. And then I just put gel prints and fabric and a button and did some doodling. And I just typed this out, find your happy place. I mean, that might be his happy place. You don't need to know who he is. What's the next one is here. This is a bit strange because this was a photo that had just 2 people in, and I thought of this. Always take the scenic route because I love the water, and I've tried to resemble the water here with the froth. This is some of my handmade paper that went completely wrong. It's so thick and chunky I can't use it. I am going to have another go though. And all I've did is layer this up. So just, I think that's paper with Mod Podge on. That's all. This is gel printing. And these are just scraps of book page. So, and this one I quite like. It's a bit sad. But I'd already painted this page black for some reason. Probably had black left on my brush from something. And this old photo of these very happy smiley people, and I tore them apart. I tore it down the middle and put it back together roughly. So, and I added that. That's all I've done. But I like to think that they were torn apart and now they're back together. So there's another way that you can use photos in your journal. You can completely split them up. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that it gave you a bit of inspiration for your own journals. So thank you for watching. I am here to answer any questions you might have, or any ideas for videos that you might have. Pop them in the comments below. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.